It's that time of year again, folks, the dog days of summer, and time to think about back-to-school shopping. Now save your time, save your money, and save your patience instead of going to Walmart and waiting in one line that's open out of 26 with 7,000 people in line ahead of you. Go to gearnetwork.com/Amazon and click on the back-to-school banner, and it will take you right to your account, and you can shop right there. And what's new this year, if you go there and you enter in your zip code, it's going to bring up the list of schools near your area. You can choose one and the grade that you're shopping for, and it's going to bring up the school list for that grade for that school, so you can cross-reference your school supply needs based on the list that was provided to Amazon. Sweet feature this year, saves you a lot of time. Again, gearnetwork.com/Amazon. Click the back to school link, do your shopping through there. It helps us out, it helps you out, and it definitely does not help Walmart out, but they don't need help anyway. So again, thank you for bookmarking and saving and sharing our links to Amazon through gearnetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Perez, and you're listening to Project Transformation on Gear Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Perez. As the intro already said, welcome to Project Transformation. This is episode number 4, numero cuatro, the one before 5.
Number 4.
That's right, number 4. You heard the man. Ladies and gentlemen, I have John Escobar on the phone with me. I've known this gentleman for quite some time from the wrestling circles. John, why don't you introduce yourself, and if you want to, give people your social media so they can get a hold of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is John Escobar. For those of you who don't know me, I've been a long-time friend with Mr. Perez, like you said, in the wrestling circuits, formerly one half of the Bonecrushers. Some of you guys may have seen us, and maybe you guys know us from being around. So my social media accounts, Facebook, John J. Escobar, and you can just type that in for the Instagram. I post a lot of self-help stuff, some religious stuff, and I do actually post a lot of my new creations about food and what I'm doing, and some pictures about 5Ks and exercise stuff. So get a hold of me. I'm willing to help anybody.
That's right. Now let's talk about this, because I've known you for a while, and like you said, you were part of the Bonecrushers. And ladies and gentlemen, if you had seen him and his brother beforehand, you would understand why they were called the Bonecrushers. I actually managed them for a little bit of time. They were the Bonecrushers, represented by the Underworld Cartel. Now, as he said, he's posting pictures about his 5Ks and his recipes that he's doing. Let's talk about that, John. Why don't you tell the people listening what you're doing as far as your transformation, so to speak, because this is Project Transformation. We're going to talk about the transformation, and why you felt the need to do it. Because let's be honest with you, just like I was, you were always a really big dude.
Yep.
And so, what was it that made you feel like you had to make a change?
Well, I want to say weight loss and your journey is a whole life. It's an entire life thing. There's people who can eat anything they want and they never gain weight. I can go by a cookie factory, I smell it, and I gain 5 pounds. Right?
Me too.
All my life, my brother and I were called the Samoans when we were little kids. Famous Samoan brothers, because we were short and chunky. Right? There was no absence of food in our house, and my mom is Puerto Rican. My mom was Puerto Rican, and she can cook she cooked and cooked and cooked. And back in the day, you didn't waste food, right?
No, right.
So all of our life we've been struggling. The weight struggle all of our lives happens, and then when you go to school, you see we didn't have pizza, we didn't have burgers and French fries every day. So when we went to the middle school, hot lunches, it was like a free fall. It was like a buffet, literally. So we went from being chubby, but still athletic, running races and stuff and playing outside, to sixth grade, school and everything else and school lunches. But honestly, the weight loss has been crazy. First of all, I want to, give a shout out to my doctors who, that's the first thing you need to do. If you're not feeling well, make sure you get to the doctor. Everyone has a right to seek the proper medical attention. If there's something wrong, if your doctor's not listening to you, keep on going. Second of all, I, at one point, weight loss comes in all forms. Weight gain comes in all forms for many reasons. And my weight gain came from a breakup, you say, of depression, right? So
Okay.
I went from actually, at one point in my life, I was actually 364 pounds in college. I've actually lived in Spain for a year. I came back around 290, slimmed down to 250. And then obviously you're doing stuff by yourself. So I was happy. I was great. And then, my friends didn't care for it. They're like, "Oh, John, you're selfish." And I thought to myself, what? No, I'm confident. I just lost a lot of stuff here. I went across seas. It was like an after school special. The ugly kid goes away and comes back.
Right. Exactly.
And I felt that. Right.
You went from 364. You went from 364 to 250.
To 250 in about a year.
Which is a huge transformation of itself. And then you come back and people aren't happy with your weight loss.
Right. They shun me. They're like, "Oh, you have attitude," or whatever. But here's the thing. That's the point why I want to bring that to you, is that the fact I let somebody else take that away from me.
Right. Which you can't do.
No, absolutely not. And so, but I also learned how to eat differently in Spain. Right.
Okay.
And I'm the big guy who likes vegetables. The only vegetables I didn't really care for was beets. And I don't like peaches. Yeah, I don't like peaches or like kiwis and fruit. But my mom always had vegetables. Puerto Ricans always rice, meat, and some sort of vegetable. Because I eat green bananas, guineos, I eat all that stuff. And I am a home chef. I can chef it up with the best of them. Right? So, in any case, I gained my weight back, and I said, no, this is not happening to me. I'm not doing this. So I ended up going to Venezuela. And once again, I was like 350 pounds when I got to Venezuela. And then I came back about 270. And again, people try to take it away from me. And I said, no way, I'm not having it. So I end up getting down, running about 10 miles a day, teaching school, because I'm a school teacher, and getting down to 219 pounds. That was my lowest weight.
Wow.
And I did it wrong. I had all the diet pills like Xenodrin, hydroxycut, whatever, the stuff with the ephedra, which for me, you remember that? They took it off the market because it was blowing people's heart up. But it worked for me because just because you're eating better doesn't mean that you don't have the craving for other crappy foods. Your body does not want to change. It hurts you. And that's why weight loss is so hard, because you're depriving your body of what it used to have.
Exactly.
Right? And it wants it, because weight loss and food are connected together. The relationship that you have with food is the relationship between weight and weight gain and weight loss. Right? So my relationship was bad. My relationship is getting better as we speak. And right now I'm not ashamed to say it, because at one point I weighed over 560 pounds. Right? It was about 5 years ago, 560 pounds. Right? And I decided,
that's big.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I was depressive mode or whatever. And I just kept on eating. And I see pictures of myself. And I didn't realize it. Nobody said anything. Nobody really dude, what's going on? Dude, what's going on? Dude, what's going on? Nobody. Because I had my brother Manny, who unfortunately passed away from acute respiratory distress syndrome, which is actually pneumonia going crazy. which is horrible and it's a tragedy. But through this tragedy, I'm actually taking steps to get my health back, to gain my life back, and as well as to help other people. So that's where I'm coming from, right? I'm tired of losing people who I love. I'm tired of seeing people not doing what they want to do and live life. And if you want to, and I'm not saying anything about any other way you can lose weight, because people do Zumba, people do whatever. But one thing I want to point out is that you know your body. You know what you can handle. And yes, there's people who are doing like beach body workouts and shakes and everything else. You can do whatever you want. I'm here to tell you that I've done it all. I've done Insanity. I've done T25. I've done P90X. I've done, I've been that person who's yo-yoed all their life because they want to lose. People want to lose it. I want to lose it overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. You didn't get to the point where you're at now overnight. It took time. It took years and years and years of neglecting and your bad relationship with food. So I'm here today on this Transformation Podcast with Mr. Perez here to tell you little changes equals big results, right? And my hashtags on my Instagram are eat better, feel better, right? And the problem with eating better is it's expensive, but it doesn't need to be, right? And you get bored with eating the same stuff. It doesn't need to be. And that's where I'm at now. So anybody wants recipes, I've gotten two things that help me out the most. 3 things, actually. Support system, fitness tracker, and air fryer. Right?
Okay.
Those are the 3 things that I use now. But the most important thing that I got to help me with my weight gain or my weight loss is my sleep apnea machine. And I realize now that my twin brother and I had this disease since we were 12 years old. If anyone has any symptoms of snoring, you can't get up early, you're getting up at night, peeing a lot, going to the bathroom a lot, you're falling asleep on the couch, don't remember stuff, any mental fog, please, 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 go see your doctor, go get checked for sleep apnea. It has saved my life. And unfortunately, it was too late for my brother. But for me, it wasn't too late. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not too late for you. You're still breathing, right? Go get some help. If you need a number, please contact me. I will get you hooked up. So that's where I'm at right now with my transformation.
I've told people many times that getting the sleep clinic and getting diagnosed with the sleep apnea, just like you, man, it saved my life. There was a period of time where I didn't sleep for almost a month straight.
Right.
And I caught myself like falling asleep at red lights of all places. And
absolutely. Me too.
Or at work. And so I went and got a sleep study. Now, let's be honest. The sleep studies are uncomfortable. They put all these diodes on you. That try to make you sleep. But it absolutely 100% saved my life, because now I use this machine and I'm getting a full night of sleep again.
Right.
I've been using it for a couple years.
Right. And for me, this is my first year having it, and it was so bad that my girlfriend, we couldn't sleep in the same room.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was horrible. And I'm gasping for air, and it's nerve-wracking to another person who loves you and cares about you, right? And so with sleep apnea comes, weight gain and then periods of narcolepsy, because sleeping at a light, it's horrible. You would feel like I used to drive. I used to work for the Thruway. I'm driving to Ripley, which is the farthest from me, and I used to be an energy drink monster. I used to drink Monsters, everything, and I used to take caffeine pills just to wake the hell up. And man, I'm still nodding off at the wheel. I could talk to you. I could talk to you on the phone and fall asleep automatically, right? Because your body says, you know what? Nope, I'm doing it. So my test showed that I had, I was stopped breathing 90 times an hour.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's extreme. So they got me and they hooked me up real good, and I appreciate those guys at Apnea Care. But at the same time, I've had this for a long time.
Right.
And it's suffocating your brain, right? you're suffocating in your sleep, just like you're drowning.
Right.
Your body's not getting any oxygen. So when you're
Absolutely.
sleeping and have this disease, everything goes bad, right? Everything starts kind of slowing down or whatever. And so, like, I urge anyone who's hearing this, please go get, if you have any symptoms or know anyone that has those symptoms, please go get checked. This machine may be uncomfortable, but I'm telling you why not. My sleep study, the guy was named Lewis. Lewis, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. He put the diodes on, and I went to sleep, and he put me on, and boom, I'm gone. I'm gone in dreamland in 5 minutes.
Right.
And then my finger moved, the little thing they put on your finger, the heart monitor to put on your finger, and he grabbed me, and I'm not used to anybody grabbing me, so he's a small guy, so I kind of like, I kind of like try to put him across the room, but he goes, no, it's me, and so he got me to the point. He goes, man, I dialed you in so good, and I got up. I'm like, I felt like $1 million.
Right.
I felt like $1 million. Right. And so now I wake up now ready to go. I don't have. I have maybe a 2-minute mental fog, and I'm up.
Right.
The first time I put that machine on, I asked my girlfriend, I'm nervous. Can you just stay here for me till I go to sleep? She goes, okay, babe, I will. She goes, you fell asleep in like less than 5 minutes. I woke up and I walked into the other room and I said to her, I don't feel good. I don't know what's going on. And then it took literally 1 minute until that mental music started playing in my brain. And I said to and then it started going like, doom, 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 doom. And I just started moving around. And if anybody who doesn't know me knows that I am a dancer. My nickname is Swayze. So, you know what I'm saying? I am a total salsa, merengue, bachata, and I do my own hip hop, whatever. I can dance. Even though as a big person, I got twinkle toes, man. And so I just started, my mental music started playing, and I just said, her suavemente, and I started dancing.
Right?
Yeah, you got it. So, so this machine has really, really transformed my life. It's helped weight loss. It's helped my weight loss tremendously because now I can do more things. And I used to, like you said, I used to fall asleep at driving the car and at naps. And then I really have apologized to so many people in my life, and one being my girlfriend, because we took a trip last summer to see my sister retire from the Marine Corps. And Grace, if you're listening to this, I love you. You did an awesome job, and I love you, big sis, for all your help and support.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you for your service. Absolutely.
So, we were driving, and my friend hooked us up with a 2018 Escalade. Beautiful truck, right? Beautiful truck. We drove down, and, I drove down a little bit, and I couldn't keep driving. And she would drive, and I, and then in the driver's seat, I'm trying to stay awake. It's something that you're trying to fight, staying awake, and I'm trying to sing, and, it was a horrible time. And then in the hotel room, she couldn't get any sleep. And it was just, I felt like such a POS, man. I felt like I was a crappy boyfriend, a crappy person. And, it dawned on me, I got to get better, man. I got, for me, first of all, for me, and then second of all, for the woman who I love and care about and support all the time, I need to get better for her, right? Because she's seen me at my worst. Now I'm getting to my best. She needs to reap in the benefits of me being at my best. So, it was a horrible summer before I got this machine. I didn't want to do anything, and obviously my brother passed away about 1.5 years ago. So yeah, I'm depressed, and it's horrible, and I didn't want to be around people. And man, I still get called Manny. I still get Manny, and I know Manny, you're hearing this, and I love you, Mr. Perez. I know he loves you too, and everybody loves you. They're listening.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was just one of those things where I need to get better because I'm going in the same direction. And I really feel like that I know that because I'm a Christian and I believe in God, and I know that He has a plan for me, and through tragedy He works in all things, man. So absolutely, even with my brother, and I had 2 brothers pass away in 2 years, man. My eldest brother, Darito, passed away too, the year before. So I had two hits, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm good for right now, because everybody goes through it, man. Everybody's gonna go through it regardless of your life, right? But through all this tragedy, man, I'm really trying to help other people out, and I really appreciate you letting me come on this podcast, because we both, love our Latin food. We both, we all, I heard the other podcast, you're like, you drink, you want to drink a beer or two, and you don't want to kind of like, you want to have a regular life, right?
Right.
And most of these diets are negative reinforcement subtraction. Don't eat bread. Man, how many people, listen, Italians eat bread all day long, right? I've been to Italy, right? There's bigger people all over the world, but yet they live for a long time, right? Chinese people, Asian people, eat rice. They eat rice all the time, right? Like all the stuff that people normally eat, you can still eat, right? And my motto is what I've been doing, because I've been through all these weight loss gimmicks and everything else, is eat better, feel better, move more. That's it.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's key. Move more. So let's talk about that real quick. So before we get into you moving more, because I'm impressed with what you're doing quite a bit lately, but let's talk real quick. I was going through the car wash and I kind of lost a little bit of what you were saying, but let's talk real quick. How much weight have you lost this last year?
All right. So between when I got my machine in September, I went to the doctor in August, and he weighed me, and I weighed in about 2 pounds shy of 500 pounds, right? 498.
Okay.
And mind you, I already started changing my diet, and I told you before that I already had, I was weighing approximately 560, 570. It was still a gray area. I have pictures to prove it, big. My stomach's descended down, my face, my eyes are so puffy, like.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulties. I dropped the call. He dropped the call. We dropped the call. Who knows? The call got dropped. That's really what the point is. So just to recap real quick, we're going to splice this conversation together, but he was saying that he went to the doctors. I asked him how much weight he's lost. And so he's getting into that right now, because to be completely honest with you, before you get back into it, my dude, it's an impressive amount of weight. I'm super happy for you. And I'm impressed. And even though I'm doing this project transformation to inspire other people to lose weight with my weight loss, you've been inspiring me as well. And I just got to tell you that. So go ahead, continue what you were saying.
Great. I want to say thanks for that, man. I just, like I said, through tragedy, man, everybody comes together, and that's what I'm trying to do, and trying to get people motivated just to eat better, feel better, and then move more. So I went to the doctor, and I can't, my doctors in my town are horrible. My brother went through a lot of doctors, and they didn't do it right. So I went to a doctor my older brother goes to, which is 19 miles away, which I have to do. But they're great. And so I weighed in at 498. I'm like myself, what? I thought I lost a lot more weight than that. And I didn't realize that I was weighing over 560 pounds. So yeah, wow. That weight loss came from, I took some over the counter stuff like the Nugenics for a while. I did a lot of B12 because I'm still, very, very, I did a lot of stuff, and as now, like, people know me as the guy from Street Meat, the food truck in Fredonia, Dunker Fredonia, and doing a lot of Spanish food and stuff and catering. I did that. I was working full time as a substitute teacher, long-term sub, and I didn't realize how much stuff that I did, and I wasn't getting any sleep, right? And so I weighed the scale, and now I have my own scale at home, and now I've lost between September to now 80 pounds. Right?
Dude, that's
20
impressive,
pounds away from 100. And the most thing that I want to tell everybody, like, I didn't really change what I was eating. If I wanted chicken wings, because I'm a chicken wing fanatic, I eat chicken wings. I just didn't eat 30 of them.
Right.
If I want pizza, either I made pizza at home because it's cheaper to make at home, or I go out for pizza and I make sure that I eat a huge salad beforehand, and I drink water. I stop drinking pop. But do I drink the occasional Pepsi or Coke? Absolutely. Do I still have that rum and Coke in the bars when I go out Friday nights? Yeah, I do. Do I eat bagel sandwiches? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I make sure that if I feel like I'm eating too much bread, because everybody knows that bad carbs are bad, right? Bad carbs, whatever. I don't. I make a choice to say, you know what? I'm not eating that today. I'll eat something different. And like I said, small changes equals big results. So me doing small changes equals 80 pounds. And the thing is, man, when I got a long-term sub job at a school 12 miles away from my house, which is a very different place that I grew up in. I walk in there and I can't even walk the stairs because I'm huffing and puffing. Right? I'm sweating and I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. And that, a lot of people don't understand the what big people go through. Right?
That's true. That's true.
Like toilets are not made for us. Showers are not made for us. Walking into a regular store and not paying, and you can't fall into the Gap when you're our size.
No,
right?
Not even slightly.
No, man, you can't get the clearance stuff. And God forbid you go through shoes like they're candy, right? Because the weight of stepping and stuff is horrible. So now we're paying 2 or 3 times much more than most people for basic needs, right? Not to mention the food bill, and at one point my twin brother and I were, he was big, just as big. I thought to myself, why am I broke? Why are we broke right now? I actually took the numbers. I think we spent over $10,000 going out to eat that year.
That's a lot. People don't realize. People don't realize that adds up, man. And going out to eat, that was one of the things me and my wife used to do. We loved it. We ate out all the time, and when we were, damn, where'd the money go? And then, of course, it's not the same as home cooking. So, you pack on when you do that. Yeah.
So I consider myself kind of like, I'm not one of those people with a big ego or whatever, but I cook decent stuff. And I know that a lot of people like what I cook. And I consider myself, I'm not sure if I'm a food narcissist or just like, I just don't care for it anymore. I just don't, do I still go to Burger King? Yeah. When that broiler's on, that's smell-o-vision, right? You got to stop. I don't eat French fries anymore. Thank God for the air fryer, because the air fryer has changed my relationship with food. And I think that's the part where I transformed the most, is that my relationship with food changed, right? Like I said, I've always liked vegetables. Do I eat potato salad? Yeah, but I just don't eat a lot of it. Right? Do I eat sometimes? Are there French fries there? Do I eat it? Yeah, I eat a couple, and then I'm like, nah, I don't taste like home. Because of the air fryer, if anybody doesn't have one, please. You buy a cheap one first, and then you can upgrade later, because I'm sure that you're gonna care. You're gonna love it. I still eat my chicken wings. Air fried chicken wings are the best. And actually, there's a picture on my Instagram. I make my own blue cheese dressing, right? Simple changes like that, like doing chicken. I'm a chicken fan, right? I do pork chop still, because Puerto Ricans love that fried pork chop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Absolutely. But you know what? It comes out. My cousin, I sent him a picture of my cousin. His pork chop I made in the air fryer. He's like, you lying, man. That came out of a grease pit. I go, no, it did not. Right? And so now I feel like I'm going to start doing videos about air fryer cooking, just to help people out who don't know what, don't know what it is, or are skeptical about it. So, so my transformation started with me just changing what I eat. Eating more at home, looking up recipes on YouTube, Pinterest, asking a friend. The other day I made a mock potato salad with cauliflower. You did everything. It was great.
Oh, God. I hate cauliflower.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, man, that I love broccoli. Like I did my last recipe I made, I wanted something different. So I did a lemon pepper chicken thigh, boneless chicken thigh, and I shaved in carrots, and I did spinach with it. And I did a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of butter and a little bit of red chili flake. And I added a side of broccoli, a little bit of cheese on it. It was fantastic. And usually I eat like 4 or 5 times a day, small portions. And I only ate 3 times last week.
Okay.
Or like yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday,
and I think that I want to just share this part with you. So
would be bad.
Pardon?
I said, yeah. So you ate 3 times yesterday, because if you only ate 3 times last week, that'd be really bad.
Oh yeah, sure. I think that people, I use this analogy with other people. So when I was a runner, I was running 10 miles a day, three in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. I got to work at 4 at nighttime. I did them like 7-8 minute miles. So I was chugging along at 220. And here's the thing. One person had told me a long time ago, your metabolism is like a fire. It keeps you running, right? It's a basic system. The more you feed it, right, the right amount, the bigger the fire is going to be. Because if you think about it, a campfire, how do you start a campfire? You start with little tinder, start with little sticks, and then when it gets going, you put bigger meals on. You put bigger stuff on, bigger wood on, right? If your fire is smoldering and you put a big piece of wood on, yeah, it'll burn, but it's going to burn real slow.
Right.
Just like your metabolism. So take everything what you eat, and then break it up into smaller portions. And give it about a week and a half, then your body's going to realize, wow, it's time to eat. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. I want it, right? So that's why your metabolism gets better, and that's what it is, getting your metabolism up and trying to burn more calories. And obviously moving more, doing stuff. Like I actually just did my first 3 push-ups in a long time.
Well, okay. Go ahead.
Right? And I'm still over 400 pounds, man, and I still did 3 push-ups, and I did 3 pull-ups on an assisted pull-up machine in the gym. And I'm going to tell everybody right now, my weight loss came from eating better because I just recently started working out, right? I started working out in the end of June, right? And it's like 3 times a day. And I've been walking in the morning with my buddy, Eric Kelly. I love you, man. Thank you for the motivation, man. We're going to get back to it when my feet heal up. But, yeah, so I want to let everybody know that if you change what you eat is probably the first step. And all these weight loss gurus that are on TV and buy this pill and do this and do that and drink apple cider vinegar and listen.
Yeah, none of that is needed.
Yeah, eat better, drink more water, and move more. If you can't go around the track, who cares? Go to your driveway. Walk into your driveway 10 times.
So now, how many 5Ks have you done so far? Because I know you just started to get back into it.
Just 2. I've done just 2.
But I bet a year ago, you never even would have considered doing a 5K.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I couldn't go anywhere without driving, man. I couldn't go anywhere without driving. And yeah, I used to get my stuff and go around Walmart. But man, I used to push myself, man. And it was just like, it was my girlfriend says it too. Like we do a lot more stuff now, because I've lost some weight. We just actually went to the canal side and got on one of those boats, the river tour boat, history tour.
Very cool.
It was great, man. And yes, my 2 5Ks were awesome. Right. One that was in Dunkirk where I live, and then the other one was in the Buffalo Bills Stadium. Anybody want to do it next year? I'm definitely jogging that next year. So if anybody wants to meet me there, let's get it because I'm jogging it, and you actually jog on the field. You end on the 50-yard line.
That's cool.
And you know what, man? My tendonitis flared up, and by mile number 2, I was hobbling. And so I made it like an hour and I think 8 seconds. It could have been 8 minutes, but whatever. I made it hobbling, and I almost broke down, man. Pardon?
But
I made it. Yeah. And so now,
that's what's important.
So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to walk out the same way I came in. No, you're on the field. You got to walk up the stairs.
That's not even done yet.
So I'm walking up the stairs. My heel is burning, and I'm like huffing and puffing because stair climbing is crazy, right?
Right.
And then I get to the top, and I'm like huffing hard, and I look around the corner and go, "Oh my God, there's another flight of stairs." I literally almost crapped myself. And then my buddies went to the bathroom, and Kemi and Mark, I love you guys. Thank you for doing that with me, man, and I really appreciate it. And they went to the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna start climbing these stairs. And then I got up, and I didn't die. Right.
That's good thing.
And I want to explain something to you, man. When you want to change your life, it's hard. When you want to transform yourself to a different person and get better, it's hard. I've always loved more people. I have more love going out than I had coming in. Right. and not by other people, from myself, right?
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
learned to change that mindset. They're like, you know what? It's okay for me to be alone right now. It's okay for me to do this for myself, because if I can't do something for myself, there's no way I can do something for somebody else.
Right. No, I hear you.
Right? And so, like, I walk for those who can't walk. I walk for those who are not here, and I walk for me, right?
And that's important.
I do, right? And I do this because, you know, I'm tired of losing loved ones, and I'm tired of just being that person. Because people look at you wrong. People, you know, the idea of you being overweight and obese, it's like a sin. You can be anything else in the world. You can be a murderer and all that, and nobody will look at you the same way as a fat person.
That's true.
Right?
That's
because
true.
you know, like I'm in the booth, on the throughway booth. They're like, "Oh man, you're huge. Shall they make a bigger booth for you?"
Right.
No, sir. You know, and I got to be nice. So when, you know, and I still go to buffets, but I know what to eat and I know what not to eat. And I totally cut myself off. I don't want that Thanksgiving throw up full feeling ever again. I
hear you.
Right. So I eat a salad. If I eat a salad, I eat all the grilled baked meats, and then I eat vegetables all day long. Right.
Okay.
That's what I choose to do. If I want a piece of bread, yeah, I'm not going to beat myself over it. And so the next point I want to talk to you about is this: food journaling. Right. I recently just have these friends that want to do this. I'm like, first of all, man, you got to figure out what you eat, because I don't think anybody really knows what they eat. I'm not saying change anything what you eat. Just write it down. And then at the end of the week, you're gonna write your food down, and then you're gonna do two more things. Write down how you feel physically after, and how you feel mentally after, which is very important. Because I think all of us who have weight problems have had that dinner, and it sucked. Right? You've been to restaurants and like, man, it wasn't that. I don't know why I paid that. I got pocket robbed. You're physically full, but mentally you're empty. Because
Right.
food connects you with everything, right? That's why people use ice cream and cake for coping mechanisms. When you want to go out and have a good time, you're like, man, that food sucked, and you find yourself in the drive-thru of Burger King because you want something mentally satiating. You want something mentally satisfying to you. They're like, oh yeah, I know this double whopper. That's my moy right here. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you're like, yeah, I'm about to get it. I'm about to kill it. Yep. Golden Corral got the chicken wings up in here. I'm about to get it. You know, like, you have to change what you're doing with food, right?
That's right.
And certain people say, oh, you got to change it from pleasure to function, right? No, you can eat better. When you start eating better, your body's going to be like, yeah, I like this. Because if I don't cook the burger myself, it hurts my stomach now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not used to preservatives or whatever, because everything has preservatives in it. I try to buy as much fresh stuff as I can. Farmers markets are the best.
I love them.
I don't fry anything in my house anymore. You know, so it is what it is, man. Like, I feel like I've been saying all podcast long, small changes, big results. I eat better, I feel better, and I move more. Right?
That's good.
If you need motivation,
that's key.
Yeah, and you need three things. You need love. You need to reevaluate your love for yourself and what you're doing. You need to get a support system, whether it's online or your friend, or meet somebody new. There's all kind of walking groups. And you know, because if you're stressed out about life, love, or whatever, there's people out there who walk and talk. That's therapeutic, man. Right? Therapeutic. And you don't have to buy these expensive gym memberships, or, you know, the last 5K I got some woman, I don't even remember who it was. I don't think she's not even my friend. Maybe like, oh, hey, you know, great, congratulations, but I got this detox program that'd be perfect for you to get rid of the toxins.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's no magic pill.
Right.
There's no magic pill, right? There's none. And so, you know, I thought about gastric bypass. Who hasn't at this point in their life? Right? I know people
thought about it.
You know, yeah, and I'm not saying that that's not the right move for me right now. You know, I gave myself another year to see where I'm at, and maybe at the end of the year I might get it. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, but if you keep training if you keep trending in the direction that you're going right now, you're not going to need it, bro.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to need it. Here, and I realize this, and the doctor said this: weight loss surgery is a tool. It's not a problem solver.
Right.
Because you can stretch your stomach back out.
Yes.
Right. You can stretch it back out, and you're square one again. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me right now, and for millions of Americans, it's perfect for them. Right. And actually my cousin has it, and he said, he's like, I can't eat it. You don't think I still want it though?
Right.
The craving is still there. So instead of having a subtractive kind of like, don't eat that, it's bad for you. Who doesn't want to go to a barbecue?
Right,
when I was at my thinnest, I went to wing night too. I didn't get any wings. I got a grilled chicken breast and a salad, and people would make fun of me. Right? And having the affection or having the negative reinforcement when that comes in, you're like, oh man, why you can have some chicken wings, it ain't gonna kill you.
Right.
And I gained all my weight back.
Right. All right, so listen, man. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna be coming up on like 45 minutes right now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But let's recap real quick, John. I'm super proud of you, man. So you've lost 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
You're moving more, which is key. That's crucial. Yep. You're documenting what you eat, and you know what? That's what I like about Weight Watchers, man. Is everything is tracked in an app. We follow the point system. You don't have to necessarily watch what you eat, so to speak, but It's helped quite a bit. And you're doing that without being part of Weight Watchers, which is awesome. Good for you. It's like you said, man. Small, incremental steps will help you change your life.
Right.
And when people realize that it's difficult, but it's not as difficult as the stigma around it is. It's a mental mind shift. And once you get that shift, you can go. Like you said, you said you every once in a while you'll have a Coke, but you're not drinking it as much as you used to before. I haven't had a soda since January. And wow. I love Coke, bro. And I'm not going to lie to you. Right. I was at Wegmans the other day, and they had this new Mexican Coke. It was California Raspberry. And, California Raspberry Mexican Coke with the pure sugar? Come on. That's probably going to be super delicious.
Yeah, I already got a meal that I go with too, boy. I got the meal that would go perfect with it.
It almost made me end my, streak of not having soda, but I walked away. And that's what people have to realize. Sometimes you just have to walk away. And it's going to help you out in the long run. And so, listen, man, I'm proud of you. I'm super proud of you, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
And I'm going to have you on again. I might have you on maybe in another month. We'll talk about some of the, maybe some of the stuff that you've been doing.
I'll get back at you. I'll get back to you when I hit the triple digits, man. When I hit the 100-pound mark, I'll get a hold of you.
That'd be awesome. We'll talk about it. So
absolutely, man. I want to say thanks for everything, man. Thank you for letting me voice my my transformation on your transformation project transformation podcast, man. And I'm going to be sharing this with all my friends, man. I'm going to be sharing this with about 4,000 people. Like I said, if anybody needs help, man, I'm not too busy to help anybody. And if we, I'm going to try to start a group here, and the more people we have helping each other up and lifting each other up, man, and it's it takes a village, right?
Right, and that's what I want to do, man. I want to bring people on and talk about their struggles and what we can do to help them, man. So that's what this is for. So
when you see Evan McLeod again, tell him I'm going to slam him to the ring next time I'm in the ring with him.
I'm sure he'll hear that. I'll make sure he listens to this particular podcast. So I'm sure he'll hear that.
Yeah. Get it, brother.
So why don't you share with them your social media real quick again?
So my social media is John Escobar on Facebook, and then it is just type up that name on Instagram and it should come up. it's Esco, some numbers they randomly gave me. But you'll see on my Instagram, I post all my pictures of food, and you can, DM me, or back in the day it was called PM me, personal message.
Right.
DM me. I'm happy to give out recipes and be on the lookout for some new videos I'm going to start doing in a group. And actually, I'm going to pump this for next year. Since my brother did pass away from a severe lung disease, I'm actually going to be doing the first ever Manny Mania next year, health awareness fair in the town of Dunkirk. Yeah, awesome. So we're going to try to get people from every kind of, anything mental, physical, emotional, and if spiritual help you need, it's going to be there. We're going to have raffles, and we're going to donate to sleep apnea awareness and diabetes, which please check if you have diabetes, which if you're on, weight loss does cure diabetes in certain cases.
Absolutely.
I went from a 6.6 to a 5.1 in a matter of a year. It can be done.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Project Transformation episode 4. Once again, my name is Luis Perez, Mr. Perez. You can find me on social media at MRLG Perez at just about everything. Instagram, Twitter, Luis G. Perez on Facebook. Listen, hit us up. You heard John. He said slide into his DMs. So once again, John, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you very much. We will talk again soon. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great one.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.
What's up, Rock Soldiers? This is Robbie Vegas coming at you from the All Bets Are Off podcast. If you are into horror movies, the paranormal, professional wrestling, or music, this is the place for you. We're bringing you the latest and greatest interviews in all of the above: music, horror, and of course, professional wrestling. So tune in on the Gear Network. Check out All Bets Are Off. Rate us, like us, subscribe to us, leave us your comments, tell us what you think. And we'll catch you soon on the All Bets Are Off podcast, dropping every Sunday at noon.